Hello everyone, this is Gary Sams, the Chief Wellness Officer for EBIX Benefits Administration and Wellness, and welcome to this month's webinar entitled Laughter is the Best Medicine. And that's right, it's time for our annual holiday humor presentation. It's really hard to believe, but here we are in December, and another year has kind of come and gone. So what better way to celebrate that year than with a little bit of humor over the holidays. As always, have to talk a little bit about some of the health benefits and value of humor, so we get a little bit of education in, but primarily the focus of this month's presentation is to share just a few jokes. Probably not so good jokes in reality, but as my kids say, Dad, if you didn't have bad jokes, you wouldn't have any jokes at all. So we've got to go with what we've got. But as far as the education aspect of the presentation goes, let's talk a little bit about laughter, humor, fun, if you will. And the truth is, we've heard that saying before, laughter is the best medicine. And well, I don't know if I'd go as far as to say it's the best medicine. It certainly is an important part of our overall well-being and our good health, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, all of the above. And there are short-term benefits to laughter and humor. As we've talked about before, when we laugh, particularly a good strong belly laugh, it stimulates our organs. It's a form of exercise. It definitely reduces tension. It's a great way to respond to stress rather. It's a great stress management tool and a great tool for building resiliency. Just the idea of humor and being open to humor and actually looking for humor in sometimes difficult situations. We always have that ability to make that type of choice. When we talk about stress management, we share all the time. We can't always control what's happening in our lives, particularly stressful things, but we can control our reaction to it. And having the reaction of looking for humor and trying to diffuse a stressful situation, for example, with humor, is a great choice to make. And that brings us kind of to the long-term benefits. Science has shown, studies have shown, that people that have a positive mental attitude, that kind of bring humor into their lives and approach life from that perspective, it has an impact on your immune system. So humor improves your immune system and your immune response. It can relieve pain. Laughter, just like exercise, it helps to release the natural pain fighters in our system, the endorphins that we have. We talk sometimes about the runner's high. When you get a good bout of exercise in, those those endorphins are released and we feel a sense of euphoria from it. Same thing happens with laughter. It helps to increase our personal satisfaction with our life and our well-being, and obviously humor improves our mood. So how can we bring more laughter and humor into our life? Well, certainly it starts with an attitude, and having that kind of joyous attitude is important, particularly this time of year. Smiling. Your laughter starts with a smile, right? We smile first and then we go from there. So smile as often as you can. In fact, we know, again related to stress, just the act of even forcing a smile makes a difference in your attitude, in your approach to things. Secondly, we talk about it a lot in these presentations, count your blessings. Gratitude is such a powerful healing force in our lives. So count your blessings, and that helps with you. Spend time with fun people that make you laugh and that bring you joy. Makes a big difference. And finally, be intentional about humor and fun. Don't be passive about it. Seek it out. Really think about how you can bring more joy and laughter into your life. Don't just be passive about it again. Be purposeful about it. And so with that, it's the time for the real important part of this month's presentation. It's time for the jokes. So here you go. I bought the world's worst thesaurus yesterday. Easy for me to say. I'll try that again. I bought the world's worst thesaurus yesterday. Not only is it terrible, it's terrible. A mathematician's wife told him she was cold. He told her to stand in the corner of the house. She said, "Why? It's 90 degrees there." Get it? Corner. Okay. Why aren't koalas actually bears? They don't meet the qualifications. Guy goes into a pet shop. He said, "Can I buy a goldfish?" Guy behind the counter said, "Do you want an aquarium?" Guy said, "I don't care what star sign it is." I have to keep from laughing through all this. Here's a few more. A man is walking in the desert with his horse and his dog, when the dog says, "I can't do this. I need water." The man says, "I didn't know dogs could talk." The horse says, "Me neither." How does NASA organize a party? They plan it. Planet, P-L-A-N-E-T. Never criticize someone until you have walked a mile in their shoes. That way, when you criticize them, you'll be a mile away and you'll have their shoes. What do Alexander the Great and Winnie the Pooh have in common? The same middle name. Okay, we're getting close here. I couldn't believe that the highway department called my dad a thief, but when I got home, all the signs were there. Get it? All the signs were there. Sometimes I tuck my knees into my chest and lean forward. That's just how I roll. A Spanish magician said he could make a woman disappear by counting to 3. He pointed at her, started counting, 1, 2, poof, she was gone without a trace. Finally, in the spirit of the season, what kind of music do elves like best? Rap music. And with that, we'll wrap up our second annual holiday humor session. I apologize for the bad jokes, and I encourage you to look for some good ones yourself, and when you find them, share them. Also, because this is the last presentation of the year, I want to thank you for your active participation in these webinars. Our hope is that you always take away a little bit of information that helps you lead a healthier, happier life, and that we improve your well-being somewhat. It's a real honor to be able to at least attempt to do that. So thank you for the opportunity and for your participation. Have a great holiday season and a great new year on the way.